Right, for this week's mess about in the workshop, we're going to have a go at some electrolysis. This old Marples Shramrock Vise, I've had that in the chip pan parts washer, and that's come up reasonably well. It's took a lot of the gunge and grime out of it. Probably could have done one longer, but it's come out with a little bit of flash rust on it, as expected. This had the same process. It was in the parts washer, but I've wire wheeled this one, and there's still just the odd little trace of rust on it, but I've done nothing apart from just run the hand wire brush over the back there. I've done nothing else with it. So got my tub of water, got some soda crystals. I shall get out my old 12-volt battery charger in a sec. I'm going to set this lot up and see how it works. See about cleaning that up on some electrolysis. So let me get set up and we'll come back. Right, I seem set. I've got a couple of plates of steel either side, opposite corners. They're connected to the positive. I've got some soda crystals dissolved inside the water. So now it's going to be a case of putting this in. Yep, that just about fully submerses. I'm just going to wrap that around there. That's about right. Now, from what I understand, it's just a case of connecting the negative up on that one. Make sure that is on the right voltage. And it's on. So that should be that for now. And we will see. I'm just going to put a tiny splash more water in there just to make sure that part is covered. And it is. Right. So now it's going to be a case of leave it to run. Make sure that is down in the water. We'll see what happens. Oh, something I remembered was not having copper in there, so I've changed the setup a little bit. I've put a different wire on here and I've lifted these plates up so the copper wire is actually out of the water. I might change that. I'll just let this run for a while and see what happens, but I don't know if you can see, but we are getting bubbles. So something is working. So we'll just leave it and see what happens. Right, it's had about an hour so far. Things are bubbling away, and give you a better view. Water is swirling. I've changed the that cable over, or that lever over as well. Wire, sorry, over as well. Looking good. Well, I guess things are working really good. It's still bubbling away, and we've got plenty of gunge on there. So we'll leave it a while longer still. There's some quite frothy lumps in there, isn't there? That's some really gooey, horrible stuff, that, isn't it? I like that. Might have to save that. Yeah, that's good. Okay, it's had 24 hours in that. I've already turned the battery charger off. So let's take this out and see what goodies we have. Ooh, oh, they're well crusty, aren't they? Now I put several bits in there in the end, and we'll see what's come up of them. So the axe head was in there. There was the old vice jaw, and that. I'll go and give these a rinse off. Back in a mo. Okay, carry on from earlier, and the bits I had in there, I went and washed them off, and then I stuck them in my oven for a good clean up. I was hoping that had more or less overnight in there, and that's not cleaned all that rust out of there, but we'll see. Perhaps it was because I hadn't got contact enough or well enough on there. And this one, I think that's just flash rusters come up again. So I think I may put this one on the wire wheel, just at a slow speed. I don't like doing cast at fast speed because it can wear it. And I don't want to wear out any of these inscriptions or logos and letters and stuff. So yeah, well, this was quite interesting. I thought it was just piece of tapered steel, but it's got a logo on it, TM-N2773, whatever that means. Be interesting to find out what that is. Looks like it could be a tool for something. Yeah, oh, it's got a little bit of flash rust on it. So a very light wire wheel. So that'll get wire wheeled and then red oxide to stop anything going any further on that. So yeah, electrolysis. Not bad, I suppose. That's got a name on it. What does that say? It's an Eclipse number 14J, made in, can't make that out. So I think the next thing is carry on wire wheel and clean up, see where we are with that. Alright, it's gone over with a wire wheel, just slowly. think that's come up quite nice. Can go inside very well, but I have to get a small wire brush just to tickle in there. Well, there's that. That's the other bit. A bit of red oxide paint on it. I've got the 2 new jaws for it. It's going to be a nice little drill, that. Yeah. There's that cleaned up. Yeah, that'll be a nice little vase when it's done. So that's cleaned up. I don't know whether you'll be able to see the numbers that's on there. Might show up. I don't know what that is for. Be interesting to find out. I think I'll give that a polish, sharpen the blade, and that'll be it. Just put a new handle on it, and that'll be done. So, a couple of new scores today on bits and pieces. I've got another little set of proper vice grips, but this is a smaller set than my other ones. Well, they'll get a clean up. A nice little square. A very nice little drawing set with a slide rule. And a box of faithful chisels. Okay, that's that little saw. That's had a wire wheel. That's come up better than the rust that it was. I wiped it over with this old oily rag. Stop any flash rust coming on it again. Alright. Well, isn't that just annoying? I took a load of video of another electrolysis setup I did, where I done it in a smaller tub, and I cleaned these up. That other set of vice grips, they still won't clean that further, but they've had the de-rusting. I'm working on a little hand drill at the moment as well, and they all got de-rusted and polished, so they're getting ready for painting process. I've painted this vise with red oxide, cleaned up the handle, put new vice jaws in, and the SD card failed. So I've lost a lot of content for this week. But hey ho, I'm sure I can make up with something. I might just finish this off. That is coming along nice. I haven't got that fitted properly, I've just set it in just to show what it's like. But these new jaws are, if I can find the old one, there it is. They're much chunkier than the old one. They're actually thicker and deeper, just the right width, and they're a nice match on there. So that's going to be a nice little vise, and this will be a nice little drill. I'm going to get painted up. That's just got to be painted red. I don't know if I'm going to do the handles this sort of dark reddish colour that's on there. I might do, seeing as there's a hole in there, and I'll put some filler in, clean them up. So it's just another little non-specific brand. Look, I think it's foreign. That's it, foreign brand. So nothing of any great importance, but I just like cleaning them up, and it's fun, isn't it? So I guess I can paint that. I'm going to give it a wipe down because it's got some oily marks on it where I've been messing around with it. I'll take these jaws back off again. There's some nice jaws. I think, yeah, I'll do that. Take them off, get this stripped, and I'll get some green paint on it. At least get one coat on. Right, we'll crack on. Right, let's get on with this. We'll give this a good wipe down first. We better take them jaws off, haven't we? Right, I also want to paint this little thing. Right, I think that should be easy enough to paint because it's only going in there. And I'll do the red oxide bit first. I could do with a little artist brush for this, couldn't I? See how we go. Yeah. I think I'm going to go and find one. Alright, that's got some. Let's use that paint. That's better. We've got a butterfly in the room. Okay, sit over there and dry. Out of the way, red for later. We want the green now, don't we? I just want to stir. Right, let's get on the inside of this. Okay, that's had that. I think we will have to call it a day there for this week, or I'll never get this uploaded for Friday. So, see you all next week.